Edition of the news. New news now. This is channel 3.3. I am the Revelator. I don't make the news, guys. I only report it. I talk a lot of doom and gloom and people are getting upset, but I've got news for you. The truth and information is not designed to make you feel good. Information and the truth is not designed to make you feel happy. Information and truth is not designed to make you feel safe. Having knowledge, having information can make you better prepared. That's what my intention is with this broadcast. To prepare you for what is to come. I may be wrong about some things. I may be right about some things. I'm hoping I'm wrong about everything. I want you guys to know that I love you and that I care about you. And then I'm bringing this broadcast to you so that you can be better prepared, so that you can be better informed. I don't do this to make you happy. I try to do a little bit of entertainment in this broadcast so that you can feel like it's worth watching. Because unfortunately, in today's society, the scumbaggery is so obscene and prevalent that it takes me to provide you with information through edutainment means. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and tell you things are going to be okay, guys. In fact, if that's what you're looking for, get out of here. You can comment if you want, but I'm going to tell you something. If you have a question for me, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. I promise you, I will answer you. I don't care if I've got 10 subscribers or 10 million subscribers. I will answer you. How do I tell you the news and tell it to you in a fuzzy, pretty way that makes you sit back and say, "Oh, John, what's he going to tell us today?" No, that's not why I'm here. That's not the intention of this broadcast. The intention of this broadcast is to bring a revelation of your reality to you. Your reality sucks, and it's encroaching upon my reality, and that's why I'm doing something about it. Now, I've got solutions in these broadcasts. I've got information in these broadcasts, but I'm here. And for all the people who don't like my style, who don't like my graphics, who do not like my message, how can I tell you? How do I tell you to have hope? How do I tell you to keep love in your heart when the world is selfish and doom and gloom is on the horizon? The next 2 months, September and October, are going to be the worst months humanity has ever seen. And you know, that should spark a rise in you. That should get you motivated to do something, to learn something, to contribute in some kind of selfless way. There's a lot of warriors walking around this planet who are helping as many people as they can within their reaches. Well, this is my reach. This is my new reach. I'm reaching for all of you to get on board, to see the truth, to see the encroaching slavery, approaching storms and catastrophes. It's coming. If you don't like that kind of content, you can't watch this program. But I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of people that don't like what's going on that are watching this program. And that's why they're here. In this broadcast, we are here to expose the bullshit and try to provide you with solutions. I have hope in my heart. I have love in my heart. I'm trying to convey the message to you. I want to thank you for joining me. If you're new, like, follow, subscribe. Look for information and knowledge that are going to propel you to your next level of development about being more selfless and less selfish. See that there has been a recent release by me, and this is Directed Energy Weapons, Truth versus Opinion. I've included in there some clips from some various situations and some research that I've done on my own about some various situations, but I do present the truth. Whether you can see it or not, that's not for me to decide. If it's my opinion, I tell you it's my opinion. I have no problem with that. And I actually, lately, I like being wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong about a whole bunch of stuff. And I want it to be less doom and gloom for you. But there's no way I can do that if that's not what I see. I'm here to report the news. I am the Revelator. You guys been waiting? Well, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. That's what we start off with. We start off with the news, and then we go to the weather, and then we talk about everything else. Okay? That's how we're doing it. Fake news, channel 3.3 by the Revelator. So let's just see. Start with this one. You guys cannot be serious. You guys cannot be serious. I'm telling you, I don't think that there's going to be an election. I do not think that there's going to be an election. And I cannot believe that you guys are still willing to play this game. Who is playing this game? What game? I'm going to tell you what game. Who is playing this game? Who?
My fellow Americans. Tonight, I want to speak with you about our nation's unprecedented response to the coronavirus outbreak that started in China and is now spreading throughout the world. Today, the World Health Organization officially announced that this is a global pandemic.
You guys are still playing this game? Is this the game that we're playing? Is this the game that we're still playing? You're still playing this game. Junk. Cannot believe we're still playing that game. I cannot believe you are still playing that game. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Distractions. Tram company fined. Let's see. Nothing in that one. Let's keep going. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they love that headline. That's their favorite headline right there. Cleared the airspace, too. I don't see that in here anywhere. So, it's gotten so bad that people are literally stealing from the Dollar Tree. They have to lock away things at the Dollar Tree. Are you kidding me? I can't, guys. I can't. This is what we're talking about. Jimmy John's. More and more distractions. So I cheated a little, and it's to your benefit. I don't want to waste your time, okay? I went ahead and I looked at the news prior to this, and I didn't see anything worth talking about. And you see that one that I showed you, it's just duplicated over and over in all of them. But I'm going to bring you some real news. You ready? Okay, so let's go here. Let's check this one. Not at all. Not even close, right? But I want you to pay attention to the common theme that's going on here. Okay, hold on. Let's go to news. There it is. I want you guys to pay attention to the common theme that is going on here, right? You see this theme right here? This is what I'm talking about, guys, right here. This common theme that's just starting to, rear its little head, right? And they're all talking about this one. So, do you see the common theme? This is a psyop, guys. I want you to understand that this is a psyop, and it's in its very beginning phases, but it's been going on for many years now. Yes, it has. It went on with the Al Gore election. It went on with, goodness gracious. It went on with, Obama. It went on with Trump, with Hillary. Okay, this is their game. This is what they've been doing. This is what they've been doing. God, it's their game. It's what they've been doing, guys. Okay? So my prediction is that there's not going to be an election. So if there's not going to be an election, what do you mean? How are things going to run? Well, we're going to get into that because they have plans for us. Believe it. They definitely have plans for us. So, election lies. Man, you notice it was the Democrats during the last election at the end. It was all them. And if you go back, you can watch that and my other things. But, guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Because it's coming, man. It's definitely coming. Ground control systems. So, there was an interesting piece of news out of all the news that I've, was looking at. This was probably the most interesting. And this has to do with being prepared. Okay? This particular situation right here
all the other agencies, including the sheriffs, our number one goal right now is to make sure everyone evacuates this area, right? Especially those maybe still stuck inside houses like they were this morning.
Do you have a number how many people have been evacuated thus far?
I don't right now. Like I said, right now we're trying to evacuate. You can hear it behind me. Our CERT team will be handling what they need to handle. So.
Why is taking over this investigation in the middle of the state of Pittsburgh?
Yeah, right now there's a lot of different variables that are actively ongoing right now. So we thought it was best case what happened all the way through this morning that we were going to take over this incident.
Any idea how many officers are down there? I mean, it just looks like people from all across Western PA.
Yeah, I don't want to give you a number right now because I will undershoot that, right? But right now we have a lot of different agencies all working together right now, and we want to resolve this in the best way possible.
Rocker, we're hearing this gunfire. Is it coming from police or is it coming from the suspect or back and forth?
Right. I think we just sent up a couple more drones. Was not the first time. The suspect did shoot at earlier previous drones, right? So right now it's an active gunfire situation right now. With that, I will leave you with that and update you guys as best as I possibly can. Be checking on our Troop BPIO Twitter account for up-to-date information.
Right. So this is something that people need to be paying attention to, because anytime in the United States of America that there's talk about drones, people really need to be paying attention to that. Okay? Staying off with eviction notice, right? The eviction notice is for everyone, just so you know.
To officials, want to show you what the scene looked like here. Local police, state troopers, SWAT on the ground, trying to get control of this situation that's been unfolding for most of the day. Our NBC News affiliate in Pittsburgh reporting hundreds of gunshots fires. Houses nearby, a daycare nearby had to be evacuated. Here's what we know so far. The deputies apparently went to a man's home to serve him an eviction notice when he, I'm quoting here, turned violent and began shooting.
You are going to see more and more of this drones being shot out of the sky. It's going to become prevalent in our news. This is the agenda, okay? They like to start a lot of stuff in Pennsylvania, too. It's very interesting, but Pennsylvania's been ground zero for a lot of different of their strangleholds on humanity. It says, our office went to the address to serve an eviction notice, and that is when the actor turned violent and began shooting. They're not lying. Most likely, it is an actor. I don't want to spend too much time on this stuff, but I got to put it out there the way it is. This right here is like a, what's the word? Allegory. It's like an allegory. Our office went to the address to serve an eviction notice. They're coming to every address with an eviction notice if you're not already living inside of their smart city, their regional city locations. That's what's coming. You guys to understand that the more attacks that occur to these non-armed, non-lethal drones, okay, the more likely that you're going to see developing legislation and bills introduced into the state and the federal government levels, which will allow for the arming of these drones. Now, you've seen that they had different types of tactical equipment on the scene, and there was a robot moving around and some other stuff, but he shot down several drones. And, you know, whether this is a false flag or something along those lines, I don't know. We're going to have to wait to see. We don't see a whole lot of information about drones being shot down. So this is one of those things that just kind of slid under the radar with most people. But we really need to be paying attention to this, because when they arm the drones, when they get sanctioned, when they get government funding and they get government approval, and we the people, you know, applaud them and we praise them and we beg and plead for them to do this. This is what we're looking at. These armed drones is the biggest line of defense that the upper elites can create, because the idea, the concept. Let me get out of here. The idea, the concept. Let's go full cam here so you can see me. You can see me talking to you. The idea, the concept of drones, okay, that are unmanned and uncontrolled except for at some command post somewhere, really eliminates the human element from the situation. So we must pay attention to these agendas that are, you know, to follow. They will follow. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, I don't see anything. I can't, guys. There's no news. They're not giving any news out. They want you to focus on the news that they have given you, right? So we'll get right into it, guys. We're going to cross into the weather because a lot of people are looking forward to know what's coming, and I'm going to give my best assessment on that situation. So the first thing I want to do is cross over into the weather by showing you this. Now, they need money for drones. They need money for their weather programs. They need, and they're playing around with our dollar, So, it says they're prepared to raise rates, right? All this stuff, right? But let's just go ahead and let's put in here cloudy, since we're talking weather, right? And we'll go right into that first article, right? Let's see. What's it say? It says right here. Nope, that's not it. No. Some pain. Let's go Control F. Cloudy. Right? It says, as often is the case, we are navigating by the stars under cloudy skies. It's like, it's always in our face. It's insanity. You don't want to know who this guy is? Let me just show you real quick. Let's go ahead and we'll click on him. We'll come over here. We'll get this right here. We'll copy that there. We'll go into here. I'm not listing links for all this stuff. That's ridiculous. It would take me hours to do that. I don't have time in my life to do that. If you guys are interested in looking this stuff up, watch the program, take notes, and find it on your own, right? Pal. Name. This is how you get to the bottom of everything, guys. You ready? Name, meaning. Tells you everything. What's it say? Welsh Ap Hal, meaning son of Hal. The name given comes from this word, right? What's this word here, right? This is very interesting. Let's go to this one right here. Copy. We'll put it right in here. Paste. Control V, right? Space. Now, pay attention, right? Pay attention. Where's it at? Let's see. Imminent. Right? It's not the only word they use. There's another word that they use. Conspicuous. I don't know. But they want you to know this. They want you, it's like in your face. You ready? Damien. Interesting. Okay, so, like you could always go down these cool little rabbit holes with like numbers and dates and seasons and line them up and correspond them with, hold on, let me get rid of this so you can see me. You could go down these rabbit holes and you can find these similarities between the names and the dates and the locations and the seasons and the times and the numbers. These are things I always look at because a lot of these people aren't acting with their real names. They've been appointing names or they've come through family lines that have designated names for certain reasons. Okay? Perfect example. All right. So let's go with name, meaning. You guys, we haven't seen the last of this clown either. You're going to see more of him. Watch. What is? It's always about the names with these people. It has to do with the seasons and times and the names and all this stuff, right? But you remember this guy right here? No, maybe you don't. Let's go with. Right. Let me just show you, right? So if you don't know who this guy really is, what his real name is, that's his real name right there. Okay? Show you some name meanings, right? I love doing this. This is how I get to the bottom of what they're really up to. Adoption characters. They want to make sure adorable, charming, numerology, blah, 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 right? Century, good, fortunate, right? As we saw in the case of the fancifully named Batman bin Superman, the Su or Suo prefix from a Sanskrit scriptic root meaning good, fortunate, Javanese names. Okay, so we're going to actually get right to it, though, because he's the 44th president. You'll see the number 44 all over the place. This guy's not done with us. He's coming back, guys. He's coming back in a way that you ain't never even expected. And he's going to run shit. I know a lot of people are laughing at me. That's okay, though. Keep laughing. It's cool. What's it say there? Savior, deliverer, Preserver, the name was given by the ancients to deities, especially tutelary deities, to princesses, kings, and in general to men who had conferred signal benefits upon their country, and in more degenerate days, the way of flattery to personages of influence. Okay, right? What's it say? Being or serving as a guardian or protector, right? He's protecting something, but it ain't you. Okay? Change his name to Obama. Go look the name meaning up for Obama. I dare you. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. Go look the name up. Go. Any of these people. Go and look their names up. It's very interesting. Anytime anything significant happens, look at the dates, right? That game. Where's that game at? I threw it out. But the game that I was showing you guys. Yeah. 4-5 and 4-7. What does that add up to? 4-5 equals 9. 4-7 equals 11. Okay? It's coming. Another one. Boom. The Invictus games. Boom. It's coming, guys. Be prepared. Have a plan. Let's get into the weather. Let's get right into the weather. Spent a lot of time putting these videos together for you. Block. They always want to know where I'm at. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All right. You see it? Look at this, guys. Man, I would not want to be living in these areas. It's horrible. It's all concentrated. Notice remember how the plumes last week were going upward? Now it's all coming back down, right? And we see what's going on here, right? We got these huge fires going on in this area right here. And we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about that. Look at these fires, guys. Let's see. This is the oil well fire. Huge. 100 acres. That's not so bad, right? But then we get down to here. See how it's surrounded by all of these other ones? 15,000 acres. Tiger Island, right? What's this one? 100 acres. What's that? I never seen that. Oh, unhealthy. All right. Yeah. Don't breathe the air. Like those mask mandates that are coming back. Don't buy a regular mask. Buy yourself a full dealie. Regala. Look at this one. 1,200 acres. You guys. Right? Notice it's like areas where they're not very well populated, right? So nobody's paying attention to what's going on. Right? How many is that? 700 acres. Oh my goodness. And then there's another one right next to it. 3,000 acres. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, guys. Are you seeing this? Are you guys seeing it? Can you guys see what I'm showing you here? Let's make it bigger so you can really take a look. This is the dry fire, and this is the other fire, and there's fires here and there's fires there, and fires are just a regular thing now. And now we've got fire weather, fire nados, and all this great stuff. Look at this, guys. Look at this. That's the 154, right? But there's some, man. Look, 700, right? 700 on that one. 132, right? 15,000. Wow, man. I can't, guys. I can't. Look at this one. 15. I can't. I just can't. 132. That was the one we were watching last week, I think. 1,200 acres. Look, they zoom in on it. Oh, my goodness, guys. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I always check my area. Nothing, right? But you see the smoke line dip down, and we're going to talk about that. Why did the smoke line dip down? Why is there smoke and fire here? Okay, because the plan is, we're going to get into it. We are going to get into it, guys. All right, so if you think that this is normal, that this is the way things are, you're incorrect. You just don't know what you're talking about. All right, we'll go to the Wonder Map because the Wonder Map's the best one. We'll uncheck that, right? We can check it again. You see what's going on. It tells you a whole bunch of things, right? We'll uncheck it though, right? Let's just go ahead and put in fire, active, and smoke, right? There we go. Now let's play it. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, wait a second. Do you guys see what's going on here? Is it just me? Is it just me, guys? Is it just me? Or does it look like the whole world's on fire? I've looked at these maps over the years. I've never seen anything so intense. So very intense. Let's see. It doesn't give you the acreage and stuff that I like to see. That's why I don't utilize this too much. Because there's fires everywhere. Some of them could be controlled fires. Some of them could be just natural situations. But when you see tens of thousands of acres burning near your house, you might have to, think about what to do next. Okay? Look, the whole entire world is on fire. I'm an allergy sufferer. This is very important to me. It's getting worse, in case you didn't realize. Look how much further and widespread the allergy. It's very high. That's very, very high. Let's get out of here. Let's just get right into beginning. My major concern with earthquakes are that we have, hold on. My major concern with earthquakes is that we have all this heavy moisture coming out of the atmosphere and landing on the ground, and the weight of all that water. Do you know how heavy water is? Have you ever tried to pick up a gallon, or how about 5 gallons? Have you ever tried to roll around and maneuver a 50-gallon drum? Think about that little bit of space that 50-gallon drum takes up and how heavy it is for you to move. Right? Now, imagine that all over the streets and all over the concrete, all over your whole neighborhood, pushing downward. Yeah, guys, I don't like this map. This is the one I watch. You guys ready? Because I'm going to send you something that's going to blow your wig back. Now, I recorded this. I put this up on my Facebook here, but I want you guys to see this. Like, what is going on, guys? What is going on here? Do you see it? Are we looking at the same thing? So you can walk around and you can pretend like weather manipulation ain't real. But when you got the Fed chairman covertly, referring to it, and you've got all these different kinds of propagandas in place, and all these little run down this rabbit hole, run down that rabbit hole. Guys, look at what is going on here. Okay, this ended early hours this morning. This particular clip, but you could go there and watch any clip that you want to watch along those lines. So we're going to skip. Look at this, man. Look at this. I zoomed in so you guys could really see what's going on here. Right? Press the play button. All right. See, look. That is not natural, guys. That's not radar reading the storm. That's radar controlling the storm. Is where they at? Radar, current conditions, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so most powerful radar Doppler system in the world. And they've got how many? 160 locations. I'm sure there's more than that, right? 750,000 watts. Okay, phenomenal, it says. I don't see where the maps are, though. I want to look at the actual map. So let's go ahead and let's do it that way. Let's go, boom, Control C, boom, Control V, map, boom, images. Are you ready? So this is the map right here. This is perfect. You know what? While we're in here, I want you to think about what I'm telling you, okay? All these little dots on this screen right now are controlling the movement of the upper atmosphere and the lower atmosphere. All these little dots. It's not the only thing they have going on, okay? Because when they're hitting it with this and they're rolling around spraying it with the seeding, right? And they're spraying the clouds with the seeding, which they don't have to do quite as much, and it's very effective what they're doing now, because now they're using specific compounds and they don't have to spray as much because there's already all these particulates in the air, ash particulates from the smoke. Now, if you go and you look into cloud seeding, you'll see that ash is what is used in cloud seeding. Wow, isn't it just amazing that the whole planet's on fire right now and there's all this burnt smoke ash in the sky? Wow, what an opportunity for weather manipulation programs. What an opportunity. It's just such a coincidence. Just such a coincidence. Get with it, guys. This is not reality. The reality that you think you see on the nightly news for weather is not the reality. All right, so I'm going to do it real quick because I know a lot of people are wondering, like, what's the storm? What's the storm, John? We're worried. We got storms coming our way. Well, here's what we need to worry about. Those fires that were down in this region here, and there's 2 of those Doppler systems right there, right? And a couple along the coast here that we got to pay attention to. But right here, this little area right here where all that smoke and particulates keeps buckling. If you'll notice, you'll see that there's a lot of churning. There's a lot of churning in this area here, right? Well, isn't it just amazing that that's like where we have so much concentrated weather programs going on right now, right? And it was before the storm started, not after. Like, get with it, guys. Okay, so over here, you'll see how it's all funneling up this way, right? You see how it's funneling up across the, well, it's not the Panama Canal's down here. China owns that, and they're blocking all kinds of shipments coming through. That's very scary stuff. So we might not have goods from China for a little while because they're not allowing them to cross over. Not just us, but like all kinds of places in the world. These poor people up here in Michigan. I tried to warn you guys last week about these storms. A lot of people died. A lot of people lost their homes. Okay, they kept playing with it and playing with it and playing with it. And the storm, the little clip that I showed you guys of that. That system that was moving around, that was today up in that region. So it's like scary, real scary stuff, man. But you got to pay attention, right? So you got all this high pressure stuff pushing upward, right? And it's all getting pushed over here, and it's like hitting it like a wall. It's like hitting it like a wall. So this whole thing is going to funnel around to Europe, right? Because they've got their weather manipulation programs going on. It's not just here, it's worldwide. Right? So the things that I'm most concerned about is Franklin. Franklin's right here. Franklin died down a little bit, but Franklin's like in a stall pattern here, right? But Franklin's heading north and probably northwest, right? See how the clouds are all pushing in that direction? Even though we have this other system pushing this way, right? This other high pressure system pushing this way and this system pushing this way. This is putting together the perfect brew for this section here to receive moisture and warm water influx of moisture and warm water in this region here with minimal seeding and cloud seeding and weather manipulation tactics. Minimum, right? But it's all coming. Look, you can see the actual chemtrail lines here. It's turning and churning and turning. Okay, so right in this region here is where those fires were. There's huge fires on deck all around here. All around here. Huge fires on deck, right? We'll go back. Gulf are strengthening and widening. So it may not turn into a hurricane. This system here may not turn into a hurricane, but it definitely could be a lot of rainfall, a lot of flooding, okay? A lot of cost of property and, you know, lost wages, all kinds of stuff coming from this system right here, right? But this down here is what we really need to be paying attention to, because this is really strengthening. And this could come right on up through here. This is pushing this way. This is pushing this way. These developments can come through here and push right up into Florida. Okay. I'm looking to think maybe it would land somewhere around St. Pete or the Tampa Bay region, right? That's like a week off, guys. This over here, this big ass blob that's just generating and generating, man. That's insane. Of moisture. This is the one that I'm most. Thing is twisting and turning. They're dancing out there with weather systems. They're dancing. They're showing you what these things can do, what these systems, these weather programs that they have can do. This one in the background I'm very concerned about. But here, showing right turns and left turns, and man, how does it? You got this thing heading north. It makes a hard right, goes 200 miles south, makes another hard left, after going 200 miles. No. And this is the prediction that it's going to head this way. Wrong. I have a feeling that this thing's going to get here and it's going to make another hard left and it's going to head right over here. And the section that we're looking at that we need to be most concerned with is this region right here. Normally what happens is when a storm hits this region here, it's the Appalachian Mountain line. So as you can see, there's definitely spraying operations going on. Definitely spraying operations. They're showing you what they're capable of doing now. They're showing you. It's intense, man. It's intense. So how do I know if there's a storm coming my way, John? John, I can go look at these maps too, but I don't understand what they mean. How do I know if there's a storm coming my way or not? Okay, this is how you know. We have a storm coming our way in Florida. And the way that I know that is right here. Let's stop it. Okay. The way that I know that is right here. They've got all their weather programs going on with the spraying operations, right? Some of them might be bunker fuels, right? But they're putting these particulates in the air all over here. These are all spray operations. None of this is natural. None of this is man-made. Take a good look. They're grid patterns of lines, of seeding, right? But here's the good news for them and the bad news for us. Those cloud seedings only are occurring minimally, because the ash is already there, the smoke is already there. Remember I showed you. All right, so let's go a little further, and we're going to pause it. Okay, you ready? Here it comes. You ready? Get ready, guys. Here you go. You ready? Right here. Okay. Look what's going on here as a result of all that seeding, right? You've got all this stuff here going on. Ready? Keep looking. Pay attention. Boom. And these are the ones that I want you guys really to pay attention to. Right in these areas here. You see the two spots I'm pointing at? All right. This is how you know when it's coming to you. Look. Oh, wait. I did it wrong. We're going to do it again. We got to do it again. Right? So this is where we're at now. Lots of spray operations. Right? Lots of spray operations. Right? But look, right here. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Right here. Boom. You see what's going on right here? All these clouds are starting to develop out of thin air. Out of thin air. Moisture developments, right? And it's pushing downward because they want to fuel that system that's coming up through here that they're going to wrap back around into us. Probably in this section here. I would say right in this section here. Which means I'm a high value target to them, right? With that system that's coming, right? This is what I want you to pay most close attention to, right? You'll notice that as it gets darker, right? As it gets darker, like during the nighttime hours when there's not the ability to see on these radar maps too much activity, right? You'll notice that there's huge billowing spraying operations occurring in the Gulf region. See it? Boom, 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 and up in here. Watch, right here. Ready? Did you see it? Let's do it again. You ready? We'll go back. Right. Get ready, guys. Here you go. You ready? Right here. Okay. Look what's going on here as a result of all that seeding, right? You've got all this stuff here going on. Ready? Keep looking. Pay attention. Boom. And these are the ones that I want you guys really to pay attention to. Right in these areas here. You see the two spots I'm pointing at? You'll notice that as it gets darker, right? As it gets darker, like during the nighttime hours when there's not the ability to see on these radar maps too much activity, right? You'll notice that there's huge billowing spraying operations occurring in the Gulf region. See it? Boom, 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 and up in here. Watch, right here. Ready? Did you see it? Let's do it again. You ready? We'll go back. Right. Spraying and unnatural clouds developing all of a sudden with moisture. And then boom, right here. Just as it's about to get dark, you'll see they turn them on. Look. Boom, 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 boom. Get out of my room. All right, ready? Right here. Boom, look at that. Look. Now this will push back out. It'll get into the upper atmosphere a little bit, and then it'll come back down. They'll wrap it back into this. That's what's going on. My forecast isn't much of a forecast. It's a guesstimate, and it can change at any time. This is what I'm going to tell you about why I do this right now. It's important. The purpose behind weather manipulation exposure, okay, is to dispel the myths, dispel the disbeliefs, right? And to empower the people of the world that they have this technology and they're utilizing it. And, oh, hold on, let me go full screen here. Right here, this is what I'm dealing with. You see her? That's my little pride and joy. Look at her sleeping over here. She's a bum. The reason that they're utilizing these weather systems, no, scratch that. The reason I'm using this platform to bring this information to you is because with exposure, with dispelling of myths and disbeliefs, with constant exposure of their agenda and their false narrative. What happens is they have to change it. They have to manipulate it and change it. Okay? Or get rid of the people that are telling it to you. Or make them sound like they're crazy. Now here's where it gets good. Have a plan, guys. Have a plan. Have a plan. We're getting into the solutions now because it's important. Okay, so this is the most important part of this segment. Like, what if there's anything that I can tell you, it's this. This is the most important part. Let's do that. Okay, so you guys see we have revolution.radio, Saturday, 6 p.m., Studio B. I'll be over there with Jonathan Wright. Been on a couple of his shows already. He usually does the other show with Crip Rick. Been on their show a couple times. You get there, you go here, revolution.radio, then you go, and it looks like this. And you guys should check them out. They got 3 different locations where they broadcast from, and there's all kinds of good stuff in there, man. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is right here. The One Great Work Network. And I'm going to show you his website. It's Food Forest Abundance.
The world's biggest. On a tenth of an acre, their parents feed the whole family. How big is this circle here? It's about 20 feet in diameter. This circle, we could have 3 larger fruit trees, 40 or 50 understory plants, all your berries, your raspberries, your blueberries, your blackberries, several sections of the perennial spinaches, Okinawa spinach and longevity spinach. You could have sweet potatoes and potatoes. You could have many different types of known medicinals like turmeric and ginger and so much more. You could have all of your herbs and spices that you regularly use on this area. You could do a meal a day for your family on just this area. You add some chicken coops, now you've got a meal, at least one meal every single day for your family that will provide massive amounts of nourishment. This can be zero maintenance. We could walk and it would just be bigger and better.
This is the Food Forest Abundance Growing Freedom. You would type that into your, Food Forest Abundance. You don't have to put the .com, and it'll come right up, and you'll click on that, and this is what you'll get. Solutions, guys. Solution. Look, see, even use, let's use the words. Solution. I love it. I love it. I love it.